the way that we should love each other, the ways that we should love ourselves, but also how like poverty and racism intersect with the ways that we see ourselves and move through the world. And it's a really famous poem within certain communities, and so for me it's really important though that it break out and get wider recognition, because it really is pretty powerful. And Pedro Pietri, who wrote the poem, amazingly transformative person, real big with the Young Lords and Puerto Rican liberation. So for me it's about homecoming and also about sort of visioning how we could be. And that's why I was really excited to have it. And it's also really important, I think, because Puerto Rico still is a colony, and because Palabristas is a pan-Latino group, having folks from different parts of the Latino community coming together to sort of engage with this topic in this way, I think is really powerful as well. I mean, I think there's so much in this poem. I think that I'm really a fan of the the fake steaks and bulletproof rice and beans. Just that imagery. I think a lot of people really resonate with that imagery, but just the way, like, rice and beans is an integral part of our food and our experience, and it's what fortifies us. Like, for a long time, until recently, that's what people ate on the island. That's all they could afford to eat, but it really gave you like the strength to keep moving forward and keep doing the work that needed to be done. And so I think that imagery is really apt. And anything also like the last line, of course, where negrito means love, like, I think only in Puerto Rico and in Cuba especially has there been a real work to reclaim the connection between beauty and blackness. And so that also for me is really important.
They were always on time. They were never late. And they never spoke back when they were insulted. They worked. They never took days off that were not on the calendar. They never went on strike without permission. They worked. They worked 10 days a week and were only paid for 5. They worked, they worked, they worked, and they died. They died broke. They died owing. They died never knowing what the front entrance of the First National City Bank even looks like. Juan.
Miguel.
Loren. Milagros.
Olga.
Manuel.
All died yesterday, today, and will die again tomorrow, passing their bill collectors onto the next of kin. All died waiting for the Garden of Eden to open up again under new management. All died dreaming about America, waking them up in the middle of the night screaming, Mira, Mira, your name is on the winning lottery ticket for $100,000. All died hating the grocery stores that sold them make-believe steak and bulletproof rice and beans. All died waiting, dreaming, and hating.
Dead Puerto Ricans who never knew they were Puerto Ricans, who never took a coffee break from the 10 Commandments to kill, kill, kill the landlords of their cracked skulls and communicate with their Latino souls.
Juan.
Miguel. Milagros.
Olga.
Manuel.
From the nervous breakdown streets where the mice live like millionaires and the people do not live at all, are dead and were never alive.
Juan.
Died waiting for his number to hit.
Miguel.
Died waiting for the welfare check to come and go and come again.
Milagros.
Died waiting for her 10 children to grow up and work so she could quit working.
Olga.
Died waiting for a $5 raise.
Manuel.
Died waiting for his supervisor to drop dead so he could get a promotion.
It was a long ride from Spanish Harlem to the Long Island Cemetery where they were buried. First the train, and then the bus, and the cold cuts for lunch, and the flowers that will be stolen when visiting hours are over is very expensive. It's very expensive, but they understand. Their parents understood. It's a long, non-profit ride from Spanish Harlem to Long Island Cemetery.
Juan.
Miguel. Milagros.
Olga.
Manuel.
All died yesterday, today, and will die again tomorrow. Dreaming about Queens, clean-cut, lily-white neighborhood, Puerto Rican sense, $30,000 home, the first spics on the block, proud to belong to a community of gringos who wanted them lynched, proud to be a long distance away from the sacred phrase, ¿Qué pasa?
These dreams, these empty dreams from the make-believe bedrooms their parents left them, are the after effects of television programs about the ideal white American family with black maids and Latino janitors who are well trained to make everyone and their bill collectors laugh at them and the people they represent.
Juan,
Died dreaming about a new car.
Miguel,
Died dreaming about new anti-poverty programs.
Milagros.
Died dreaming about a trip to Puerto Rico.
Olga.
Died dreaming about real jewelry.
Manuel.
Died dreaming about the Irish sweepstakes.
They all died. Like a hero sandwich dies in the garment district at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Social security numbers to ashes, union dues to dust.
They knew they were born to weep and keep the morticians employed, as long as they pledged allegiance to the flag that wanted them destroyed. They saw their names listed in the telephone directory of destruction. They were trained to turn the other cheek by newspapers that misspelled, mispronounced, and misunderstood their names, and celebrated when death came and stole the final laundry ticket.
They were born dead, and they died dead.
It's time to visit Sister Lopez again, the #1 healer, the fortune card dealer in Spanish Harlem. She can communicate with your late relatives for a reasonable fee. Good news is guaranteed.
Rise, table, death is not dumb and disabled. Those who love you want to know the correct numbers to play. Let them know this right away. Rise, table, death is not dumb and disabled. Now that your problems are over and the world is off your shoulder, help those who you left behind find financial peace of mind. Rise, table, death is not dumb and disabled. If the right numbers we hit, all our problems will split and we will visit your grave on every legal holiday. Those who love you want to know the correct numbers to play. Let them know this right away. We know your spirit is able. Death is not dumb and disabled. Rise, table,
Juan,
Miguel,
Milagros.
Olga.
Manuel.
All died yesterday, today, and will die again tomorrow. Hating, fighting, and stealing broken windows from each other. Practicing a religion without a roof. The Old Testament, the New Testament, according to the gospel of the Internal Revenue, the judge and jury and executioner, protector, and eternal bill collector.
Secondhand shit for sale. Learn how to say, ¿Cómo está usted? And you will make a fortune. They are dead. They are dead and will not return from the dead until they stop neglecting the art of their dialogue for broken English lessons to impress the Mr. Goldsteins who keep them employed as lavaplatos, porters, messenger boys, factory workers, maids, stock clerks, shipping clerks, assistant mailroom assistant, assistant to the assistant's assistant lavaplatos, and the automatic artificial smiling doorman for the lowest wages of the ages and rages when you demand a raise because is against company policy to promote spics.
Juan,
Died. Hating Miguel because Miguel's used car was in better running condition than his used car.
Miguel,
Died. Hating Milagros because Milagros had a color television set and he could not afford one yet.
Milagros.
Died. Hating Olga because Olga made $5 more on the same job.
Olga.
Died. Hating Manuel because Manuel had hit the numbers more times than she had hit the numbers.
Manuel.
Died hating them all.
Juan,
Miguel,
Milagros.
And Olga.
Because they all spoke broken English more fluently than he did.
And now they are together in the main lobby of the void, addicted to silence, off limits to the wind, confined to worm supremacy in Long Island Cemetery. This is the groovy hereafter the Protestant collection box was talking so loud and proud about.
here lies Juan.
here lies Miguel.
Here lies Milagros.
Here lies Olga.
Here lies Manuel.
Who died yesterday, today, and will die again tomorrow. Always broke, always owing, never knowing that they are beautiful people, never knowing the geography of their complexion.
Puerto Rico is a beautiful place. Puerto Ricanos are a beautiful race.
If only they had turned off the television and tuned into their own imaginations. If only they had used the white supremacy Bibles for toilet paper purpose and make their Latino souls the only religion of their race. If only they had returned to the definition of the sun after the first mental snowstorm on the summer on their senses. If only they had kept their eyes open at the funeral of their fellow employees who came to this country to make a fortune and were buried without underwears.
Juan.
Miguel.
Milagros.
Olga.
Manuel.
Will right now be doing their own thing, where beautiful people sing and dance and work together, where the wind is a stranger to miserable weather conditions, where you do not need a dictionary to communicate with your people. Aquí se habla español all the time. Aquí you salute your flag first. Aquí there are no dial soap commercials. Aquí everybody smells good. Aquí TV dinners do not have a future. Aquí the men and women admire, desire, and never get tired of each other. Aquí que pasa power is what's happening. Aquí to be called negrito means to be called love.